and welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another day here, another edition, another catch-up stream, I should say, here on the CranKy Ducklings. I'm your host, VIP. With you, I'm joined by these amazing players, by the ByuN chat, and by my plushies as well. Welcome, one and all. As we have returned here with our lovely Tuesday morning broadcast. We were just live last night with the Water TV Monday. I do recommend the VODs. It was an intense tournament with some crazy results and with some crazy, do we say upsets, or maybe like a bit of a changing of the hierarchy and understanding of certain skill of some of the players. Again, shout out to Australia for his insane run in last night's tournament. But now we are here with something a little bit different, with something special. We're here with some show matches. Now, for those that are curious, these are the Kanoya Showmatches. Kanoya, he is a bit of a newer kind of caster in the scene. He's a French caster. Does cast in French. We have actually covered some tournaments together in the past, and Kanoya has invited us to cover some of his events that is going to be running in the future. I believe did run a French tournament, I want to say like 2 weeks ago, and is looking to run a circuit. The K-Cup, right? True. We casted the K-Cup like a couple of months ago as well, and I do believe he plans on hosting an event for Europe, for the Americas, and like an end-of-year championship as well. So much love to Kanoya, much love. Has been recently running events, and recently also did host some show matches as well. So we're going to be jumping into them here and now. When it comes to the show matches, there are 3 of them. There's 3 show matches. There's ByuN versus Creator, there's ByuN versus Special, and Solar versus Special as well. So we have a couple of show matches ready here. These are going to be best of fives. Nothing too crazy, nothing too wild, just a couple of show matches here to kick off the week and to kind of ease our way into the rest of this week's schedule. Remember, Home Story Cup is on the horizon. I'm still recovering from this weekend. We had a very long cast over the weekend. We had a 12-hour cast on Saturday, 11-hour cast on Sunday. Again, the Esports World Cup global qualifiers were taking place alongside all the other tournaments we were casting as well, alongside the Brazilian StarCraft circuit. By the way, I do recommend checking out the Brazilian StarCraft circuit. We also had Sparkling Tuna Cup as well, and some other events throughout the week. So pretty intense, of course, period in StarCraft right now. When it comes to today, our current plan is to cover these show matches, and later on this evening, we're going to be all over the StarCraft Evolution League replays from the weekend as well. Fun fact, we were going to be casting StarCraft Evolution League number 14 live, and then the global qualifier happened. Like the EWC global qualifiers were actually clashing with StarCraft Evolution League as well. So they were both happening at the same time, so we could only pick one. Again, we talk about this all the time, but right now in StarCraft, there's just so much StarCraft going on. There's a lot of overlapping as well, and because of that, we can't cast everything. I would love to. We can cast everything. We can't cast everything live, and even then, we can't cast everything via replays as well. There's just so much StarCraft, so much going on. There's a lot to catch up on. For now, though, we're jumping into our first best of 5, a best of 5 between ByuN and Creator. Let's go. Let us go. Game 1 is going to be on Torches. Let's jump in. Oh boy. Again, we've been seeing a little bit more Torches as of late, specifically in best of 7s and best of 5s. I guess because we have had extended series a little bit more and more as of late. We have been able to feature some of these otherwise vetoed maps in the map pool, and we're seeing at least this more so than Last Fantasy, for example. But here we go, spawning in the top right hand corner of Torches. We have the South Korean Terran player. We have the Red Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the Blue Protoss representing Alcadzia Esports. It is a Creator. We go. Let's jump into our initial best of 5. Actually, you know what? I'm okay with this. We'll get up in the chat. If you're in the chat, you know what time it is? It's Gamba time. It's Gamba time, baby. Here we go. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Just look in the chat as we jump into our best of 5. As we settle in here, we do have our initial openers. When it comes to Torches, welcome one and all. This is one of the more vetoed maps in the map pool, but as I mentioned, we have actually been casting a little bit more Torches recently because we've been featuring a lot of best of 5s and best of 7s throughout all the EWC qualifiers and, of course, in our grand finals as well. torches, short rush distance by air, short rush distance by ground, and we typically expect to see shorter games here. All-ins are common, they're very common on torches. I will say that ByuN isn't really one to go for many all-ins. We've discussed this in the past, but when it comes to the Korean Terran scene, when it comes to Bunny, Kyor, ByuN, Maru, Ryung, Gumiho, I would say that ByuN, he is the player that is least likely to go for all-ins, as we've seen in the past, where he's more likely to go for a third TC and build up towards the mid-game and, you know, make a game, make a series out of it, of course. But torches might be an exception. For now, economic opener. Okay, ranks expand, economic opener here out of ByuN. There's the CC on low ground. Ooh, Creator, he attempted to block, and he did block for a moment, but only for a moment. CC is on the way. So again, economic start here by ByuN. Creator, he does confirm the faster command center, and upon confirming this, Creator now has the opportunity to go for a greedy response himself. He can cut some corners. What is standard nowadays is to go 3 gates blink on 2 bases, and sometimes even stay on 2 bases a little bit further against a double gas opener. Here it is an economic start out of ByuN, so we might see 2 gates into a third. So Creator, he might rush into a faster economy. Adept has arrived, also in the back of the Reaper. Is going Adept into Sentry, okay? If it was Adept into Stalker or Adept into Adept, then we would most likely just move across the map, try to harass the mineral line and apply some pressure. Sentry tells us scouting. Scouting information. Sentry, of course, especially with the NG overcharge, has the ability to hallucinate and to send across the map to get vision on what ByuN is up to. Just because ByuN did open up economically doesn't mean that this can't turn into a 2-base all-in, so it's going to be on Creator to confirm what's going on and confirm what is happening. As there's a take of choice, Twilight Council opener out of Creator. Also, bienvenidos, buenos días even to all those in the chat. Sí, Solen's Vard in the chat as well. Alfonso también, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Bienvenidos, bienvenidos. MW as well. Cool. So we have our initial opener. Again, second gateway is on the way, so we have a 2-gate setup for the time being. End up chasing down the initial Reaper. Does get chased down. Hellion follow-up, so Reaper, Hellion into Reactor Marine, into Mine Drop. So once again, a pretty standard, pretty passive start here. When I say passive, this is designed to get across the map, that is true. Hallucination does confirm, does get eyes on the Winter Mine, does get eyes on the Marine production as well, and is aware of the later Tech Lab. Now it's going to be on Creator to go for a follow-up Hallucination Scout to see if there's an add-on swap after the medevac. Is it going to be an add-on swap, but do we commit here? Do we make a Tech Lab or not? Well, speaking of, there's the add-on swap, and the hallucination barely will not see. Yeah, barely doesn't confirm. But here comes that add-on swap, Tech Lab on the starport. From here, can go into, I was going to say Banshee or Raven, and there it is, a Raven production out of ByuN. Now, for all Creator knows, this could still be Banshee play, so Creator still has to confirm what's happening. Drop into the main, army's in position, and the drop is deflected. Creator is keeping up. So far, so good. He's keeping up with ByuN. ByuN does rotate back around, boosting into the main. It does not rush past. It doesn't rush past, does pull back. Here pulls away. And we're going to be calming things down here. We have our 3-1-1 setup. Tanks are amassing. ByuN, he got no damage done, which I'm a little bit surprised by. But at the same time, you could argue, he preserved the army. True. Like, he did preserve the army. He did elite scouts. And behind this, it was 3-gate blink into a third. So a bit of a safer start here from Creator. Is still expanding, getting a third base, but just being safe and sound. Now taking up Forge on the way for +1. Robos on the way as well. Is building up into said mid-game. Hallucination goes back in, confirms that there's no more Tech Lab on the starport. There's no additional Banshee production. Is aware of Sim, and the game will continue. This is also a game where Creator can't really be too active on the map either. Specifically, I say game, this is a map where you can't really be too active. Unlike on other maps, there's no way into the main. Here, Blink Stalkers, they can't easily get into the main base here, so because of that, you can see you can cut tanks earlier on. We have one tank here with the natural, we have another tank covering the ramp in between the bases as well. That's all you need. Whereas on any other standard map, you'd be more spread thin amongst all your bases, be forced to make extra tanks, extra bunkers as well. if his opponent was more aggressive with like stalkers. But here, you know, you can cut some corners. ByuN does build up, now moving out. Scans ahead of time. Doesn't see much, sees robo production. Creator in position, does spot the move out, he is aware. It's got to be on Creator to slow this down. Oh, does he see? Does he notice? Oh, getting his third base on location. Okay, ByuN is expanding. ByuN also being a little bit greedy here. Okay, there's a scan. He did reveal the SCV. Interesting. Behind this, still rallying. He doesn't throw down 2 more Raxes, bear that in mind. So, yep, still expanding. Creator doesn't know this. He doesn't know for certain. It could be a fake out. We know it isn't. As ByuN does push. Creator, he is slowing this down, at least trying to. But again, the rush distance by ground is quite short on this map. As ByuN, he's already here. Charge is complete. Creator, he's got charge. He's got the Immortal. Oop. Tank volley going off. Same time, auto charge harass here into the bases. 3 pro kills. 3 workers. ByuN slowly pushing forward in between the bases. And we're going to be collapsing in. Here he goes for it. He does go for it. My shot's going off. We get some decent connections, but Zell's taking on top of the army. Yeah, tank's forced to unsiege, and Creator, he will shut this down. Oh, and he does slap the tank. Not bad. Tank goes down with demands as well. And what's scary about this kind of position here is that if ByuN loses control of the army, he loses control of the third. Yeah, the third is going to be denied. Massive pick-off. That's how exposed this third base is. And with that, ByuN is contained. He's contained on 2 bases. The Creator back at home, losing a couple of workers, but he's on 3 base economy. 4th base is on the way, saturating, and Creator, he's looking very comfortable. Again, like, this third base is so difficult to hold on to, as you just saw. And with that, Creator, he's getting further ahead. He's getting further ahead here. ByuN has to make a choice. He has to make a decision, and he's made it. CC on the high ground, he is not going for a 2-base all-in. So he's going to try to play this out. The longer this goes on, the more difficult it's going to be for ByuN. ByuN has to do something across the map. He's going for some drop play, and this is very necessary here for ByuN. Has to get some damage done across the map. I'll say that Creator, he is lacking vision. He does have an observer here in the center. No scouting or no pylon on the right or on the left. So Creator is a little bit vulnerable to drop play. As ByuN spots the expansion. Let's get the pylon. Oh. Takes on the pylon, pulls away. Creator is ready. And yeah, this is just a really rough position here for ByuN. Now once again he's still going for the center base. He's okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Let's go. Still taking that linear, oh sorry, that triangular third. Still going for it. Creator, he's checking. Yeah, he does check the linear location. The horizontal expand. Likewise, now he's fanning out. This is what he was missing earlier. We have a Zeld in the center, Zeld's on the right, on the left as well. Creator just gaining map control. So we are building up. Disruptors are amassing. +3 is on the way. The upgrades here are going to they're going to be insane. Getting to 3-1 upgrades. Now ByuN is taking, like, the army is slowly getting better here, getting into more liberators. Ghost Academy's on the way for ghost production. It's getting there. I mean, this area is still very wide out in the open and very exposed. But so far, Creator, he's not really pushing in. He's just calming down, taking another expansion, going for the gold, and looking to gain map control. From here, we can go for the other gold. I feel like soon Creator should be looking to trade with the army, but that's a lot of freedom. like this position here is actually pretty heavily fortified. There's a lot of liberation zones. Like pushing into this is going to be difficult. It is wide open, that is true. Like there's a big arc of attack, or big angle of attack. But pushing into all these liberators is not going to be easy. Now you could argue that it doesn't need to, right? It's true, true. All the creator needs to do here is contain. And when ByuN attempts to expand, that's when creator can push in. It'll also force ByuN to kind of spread himself a little bit more thin, to reposition his liberators. Crystal does try to stay forward. He cannot fight out of range of the libs, by the way. That's not going to happen. Yeah, let's be careful. Both armies are maxed. So I'll say back in. Again, creator, he has to be careful about pushing and engaging into this army. Nova's going up. No major connections. DC's on the left. No turret. No turret. Oh, there's a turret here further down. It may barely cover the ramp. He's popping up. At the sensor tower, ByuN expanding on the right hand side. Okay. If creator doesn't see this, if he doesn't punish his base, then ByuN, I mean, he's in this game. ByuN, he breaks out. There we go, sets up the sensor tower. Now creator knows he hasn't seen this base yet, but now he sees the sensor tower on the minimap. He's now aware. Does see the tower. And so far, I mean, impressive comeback here from ByuN to be able to recover, slowly build up, slowly turtle up as well. Creator trying to push in, bleeds out a bunch of stalkers. Does take down the tank, but that liberator going ham here on the main army. ByuN breaks out. Oh, yeah, does break out. Takes out Disruptor. Still a bit of a messy fight here. The losses, they go ham on the army. Yeah, there's only 2 Vikings. Creator, he can take the better fight. There's that to reposition. How many gateways? 15. Okay, decent gateway counts. Going into Sky just behind this. Carrier production, not Tempest. Oh, this I'm not so certain about. Likewise, creator is lacking gas. More Zealots warping in. Yeah, carriers, they are a little bit less efficient here than Tempest. Carriers, their role would be to just break through, to like try to be more aggressive. There we go, takes out the Liberators. Nicely done. Liberators go down, and this third base is going to be broken. Creator, he just needs reinforcements that he can push in. Again, ByuN needs spread thin between his bases. Creation has arrived. This is where Creator can just rotate. Yeah, you just rotate over. Liberator's out of position. Takes out another tower. Oh, sniping the Vikings. Not bad. Gets 1, 2, 3 Vikings. 2 Vikings left. Oh, Planetary goes down. Takes down the final Vikings. 1 Viking remaining. The carrier, it's still not convinced by the carrier, but it's fine. Like, Creator is far enough ahead. He's far enough ahead. Takes down more Liberators. And you saw that even though, yes, ByuN, he did eventually get up to 4 bases, like, he was spread in between these 2 areas just because they're both so open. Couldn't quite defend both. Creator, he found an opening. Carriers, one of them is going to go down. But it's fine. The ground army, it does excel. And GG gets called. Creator, he overwhelms, and Creator, he will take game number 1. Whew, GG. GG, well played. Creator does take a lead in the series. Again, Creator had a stronger start, winding it all the way back. It came down to how greedy ByuN was. ByuN, he pushed out on 2 bases, and he got a 3rd base on the low ground behind his army. Once he lost his army, he lost a 3rd. And from that moment, Creator took a lead. Creator was looking very comfortable. We saw that ByuN was able to slow the game down and max out, which was impressive. I was very impressed that ByuN was able to max out and get a 4th base, but we saw that in taking that 4th base, he had to spread himself between both locations. And Creator, he found an opening. Did abuse it, did break the 3rd, and from there was just able to rotate and pull ByuN apart. GG. GG, well played. With that, Creator does take a lead, and we're going to be jumping into game 2. We'll see if we can extend that lead or if ByuN can bounce back. Game 2, going to be loading into Persephone. Let's go. Let us go. One of the more standard maps, more common maps is what I will say in the map pool. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Persephone, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the Red Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the Blue Protoss representing Alcadia Esports. It is Creator. Here we go. Again, Creator does take a lead in the series, and we'll see if ByuN can bounce back. As we load into Persephone, this is, again, a little bit more standard here than Torches. The rush distance by ground is still relatively short. It's very direct, that is true, but it's not as intense. Here you can take more expansions, your bases are a little bit more secure. I'm referring to your 3rd and your 4th base as well, more so than on Torches. We'll see how players will adjust. We'll see if ByuN is going to be more aggressive, less aggressive. If he were to expand, again, there's a higher chance that he actually saves his 3rd, I will say that. So we can get away with it. So now we're going to be settling in. We do have, once again, Economic Opener. Okay, Economic Opener here out of ByuN. This time forced to be a little bit off center here, as a probe does poke in, does disrupt the opener. Once again, Creator confirms that ByuN is being economic, and Creator can choose to be greedy here. Last game, he was still safe. He still went 3-gate blink. Into a 3rd. He could still try to cut some corners. Or even go into a Stargate opener. It's possible. That we have already shown. Yep, speaking of Stargate, yeah. Okay, good thing we brought it up. So Stargate openers, they are quite risky. They're very, very risky in current meta, and very often we do see players struggle to open up Stargate if their opponent does open double gas. But here, economic opener, so it is more viable, it is a little bit safer and more accessible here to go into a Stargate, to go into the Stargate and to kind of settle in towards a longer game. Let's go. Again, the purpose of a Stargate opener is to gain map control, is to specifically to deny drop play, to deny Banshee play, to harass mineral lines. Doesn't really help too much against all-ins, but again, we're not really set up for that, or at least ByuN isn't really set up for that. And there we go, Phoenixes are amassing. So ideally, Creator, he banks up the Phoenixes back at home, he hides his build, he hides his tech, and is able to catch out the drop. Speaking of, drop is on the way. Reactor Marine, we have Hellion, most likely Hellion into Weirdo Mine. I believe that's the second Hellion though. Yeah, second Hellion. We might even just go up to 3. Remember, 3 Hellions, they one-shot probes. So we could go for a bit of a Hellion drop, but nah, okay, 2. So 2 Hellions and Marine drop instead. Creator, he does have the Adepts here on the low ground. Phoenix is in the main. We'll see if ByuN can find a way in. Here we go. As ByuN does boost into the main. Phoenixes, they are trying to respond, but we have plenty of Marines. Marines, they do unload. Hellions, they dive into the mineral line. 3 Hellions, they can one-shot. Oh, they dive in. Late reaction probes, they're lining up. Oh, so far 2. Only 2 workers do fall. Marines, they bust into the main. They focus on more workers. 4 probe kills. Nothing major yet. And Creator, he will hold. Yeah, he will hold, he will defend. We'll force this back. And back at home, we have Cyclones and Vikings in production for ByuN. So enjoy the army. And just getting everything anti-air. All in all, I would say that this wasn't bad here for ByuN. ByuN, he got 4 probes. He did lose 3 Hellions, but he was able to get a full scout. He escapes with a medevac, escapes with Marines. It could have been worse. Could have been a stronger shutdown. As Creator is going Phoenix into Colossus. Okay. Yo, playing like it's 2022. Let's go. Phoenix Colossus out of Creator. It's been a while. Do bust into the main. 3 SCV kills. Catching out 3, 4 SCVs. Ooh, Creator getting caught out. Just getting caught. Yeah, holding his own. Does beat out 4 SCVs across the map, so it does take some damage. Trying to catch out those Phoenixes. Again, Colossus production still soon to be underway. Cybercore is exposed. ByuN will snipe it. Not bad. Likewise, I don't really know if Creator can really chase this down. Not with two Cyclones. They're catching out the Immortal. Brutal pickoff. The Loco's insane. Shield Battery will keep it alive, just barely. I mean, the Loco continues, actually. The Immortal taking a lot of hits, but finally, Creator, he holds on. He does hold, he does deflect. Bleeds out all the Stalkers, but does still defend the natural, just barely. Whew. That was a costly trade. Yes. Cybercore, 2 Stalkers, Zealots as well, 1 Phoenix, the Sentry. A better trade for ByuN. And once again, ByuN, he preserves his army. Right? He preserves the Viking, the Marines, the Marauder. You can pull back home. No turret. Uh-oh. No turret in the main. So far, only 2 SCVs. See, it didn't flash in the shadow. It's been so long. Yes, this playstyle from Creator used to be very meta and very common. Not even that long ago. Like even like in 2023, like we were still seeing Phoenix Colossus. And then recent times has it fallen by the wayside. Like last year onwards. Just because it can be difficult to get away with. Short play continues. Is spotted. Yeah, nice scout here from Creator. Dives on the Medimax, forces the unload. Does force the unload. ByuN rallying on the right hand side. Ghost production has begun. He's not pushing, he's not going all in, gets a third. Once again, like ByuN, he's just so willing to just back off, expand, get a third base, and get into the mid game. We might actually not see a 2-base all in at all out of ByuN this series. it's very likely. Like, if we're not going to do it on Torches, not going to do it on Persephone, I mean, if we load into the Pylon or Ultra Love at some point, then it's going to be more viable there. Otherwise, we're just calming down, building up. Creator takes a fourth. Still trying to keep up with drops. Now, because of the better trades here from ByuN that he's had so far throughout the entire game, whether it's picking up Phoenixes, Stalkers, Zealots, even a couple of probes early on, ByuN does find himself with a slight supply lead. Getting his own fourth base as well. Yeah, Creator's fourth base is late. Ideally, you want to be up an expansion over your opponent in PvT. That's not the case here. Right now, we're even on bases. ByuN is looking at Skyrocket ahead. Second starport. Going into Mass Viking. Oof, Rancho's going up. Shots say do go off. From there we do see ByuN force back. And from here we're just gonna chill, just gonna calm down until we max. Until we take our fourth bases. And we'll see what Creator's going to be working with. So far, he's up to 3 Colossus. Not bad. He's on 3 Colossi. He's got a couple of Disruptors trickling in as well. Getting a second Robo. He's very gas heavy. He's going to be heavily reliant on his Robo units. Less so on the Swarm Toss, like Mass Zealot composition. So dealt with. Again, ByuN, he's going to be the first to max out. And we'll see if Creator can defend his fringe bases. We have a 4th, we have our now soon-to-be 5th base. ByuN is pushing. Got plenty of ghosts, plenty of VMPs. He's got how many? 6? 7. 7 Vikings. These Zealot Rumbies are designed to buy time. So Creator's just trying to buy time here until he can max. Runs into a planetary. ByuN, he does not slow down. His third base is more exposed. This Creator does trickle in. ByuN diving forward. Sims on in, tap brutally EP. Notice a somewhat crazy army. Yeah, but Colossus start going down. Better connection. Nova goes up. Down to 1 Colossus. And barely survives. Okay. Reinforcing Colossus coming in. Oh, I spoke too soon. Colossus goes down. Creator holds. Creator, he does hold on at the same time. 24 SCVs. Oh my god. We did mention those Zealots earlier. We did point them out. How we had the planetary on the 4th base, but nothing here at the 3rd. And with that 24 SCV kills, that is insane damage. That should not have happened. And with that, Creator does take a bigger lead. It does take a massive economic lead here. Now he's pushing out. ByuN, he is hurting. He has no bank. He has no economy. Ay, ay, ay. Now ByuN is in trouble. Stepping on forward. Oh. Takes out 1 Disruptor, gets 1, gets 2. Brutal, crazy dive here from ByuN. Does catch out most Disruptors. Stalker's out of position. That's maybe the best fight that ByuN could have hoped for. Like half the army just wasn't engaging for Creator. ByuN needs more of that. Oh, gets another Disruptor. The Disruptor goes down. He rotates, snipes the expansion. CC does fall. Once again, resets the Viking count. Ooh, even getting a free fusion core. Not bad. No Liberator range. Go Liberator range. Wait for reinforcements. And Creator, he should be able to keep pushing here. He's trying to rally out his Colossus. Still a ways away. Decent over. And ByuN just goes for it. He tries to stim in. The Novas, they will not connect. Nice target find. Where does it matter? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Creator, he will overwhelm. Takes on the fire. The Marines, the Marauders. GG gets called. Creator, he will break on through. And Creator, he will take game number 2. Whew. GG. GG, well played. Again, ByuN, he did have a decent mid-game, right? A decent early game as well. He was building up. He was able to get some harassing damage done as well. He was able to get across the map. But unfortunately, that one Zealot run by, it wasn't even that many Zealots. It was like 6, maybe 7 Zealots. How many SCVs did they kill? 24. 24 SCV kills. Insane critical damage across the map. And they were the MVPs, right? Like they were the MVPs. They were the linchpin there for Creator. They weren't meant to do that much damage. They weren't meant to cripple ByuN, but hey, they did. They did cripple him. Again, there was no bunker at the third base. There was no defensive units at the third either. There was just nothing in position. And with that, Creator did just pull ByuN apart. GG. GG, well played. With that, we're now getting into game number 3. And we'll see. We'll see if a Creator can close it out. We'll see if ByuN can recover as we are loading into Incorpore. Let's go. Let us go. As we're getting to one of the larger maps in the map pool. Getting to one of the larger maps, and again, we'll see if ByuN can recover. We'll see if we can make a series out of this. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Incorporeal, we have the South Korean Terran player, the Red Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. Down heavily in the series. We'll see if he can recover. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the Blue Protoss representing Al-Qadsia Esports, leading the series 2-0. It is Creator. We go. So we are calming down. So we are settling in. As we have Creator moving out, checking for a proxy. You don't blame him. Don't blame him at all. Does check for a proxy before moving out across the map. Now, ByuN, he's gone for an economic opener every game so far, and that trend continues, by the way. Once again, single gas racks expand, economic start out of ByuN. And Creator, once he scouts this, he can try to delay the CC, but also respond with greed of his own. As he does force CC off center. So nice little start here for Creator. He also confirms once again the faster expansion. Does confirm. And this is setting up. And I would say that especially against an economic opener, especially on Incorporeal, which is a larger map in the map pool, we could see more Stargate play again. We could see another Stargate opener. Bring it back. Old school back. Oh, Twilight Council. Never mind. Okay, he's going to wind it back here. Twilight Council opener out of Creator. In towards Blink. No Phoenixes this time. Did proxy 4 gates today to qualify to Masters 3. Let's go. You can like 2x your way all the way to GM back. Send it, baby. Send it. Speaking of oh, it's been a while. Oh, it's been a while. We have the ByuN build. So ByuN, he's going for a faster CC. Basically, it's going to be 3 CC, 3 racks out of ByuN. A very greedy build. Sorry, I was a little bit distracted. This is a build that ByuN was very fond of like 3 map pools ago on Site Delta, and also in more recent times, oh god, Amygdala, that's it. He would do this on Amygdala as well. That was the last map pool. So a very greedy build here from Creator, and we'll see if he can get away with it. Now, the strength of this build comes in just how quickly you get a third, and this doesn't really kick into high gear until you expand and get your third base on location. Once you get your third up and running, then you skyrocket ahead, supply-wise, and again with your bio army. Likewise, there is going to be a stim timing. It's a later stim timing because this is going to be a delayed 3 racks because of the third CC. But this is going to be available here to ByuN. Creator back at home does open up 3-gate blink. 3-gate blink into a robo into a third base. It's a very safe play here by Creator. And if Creator doesn't realize what ByuN is up to, if he doesn't punish, then ByuN is going to get out of hand.
I'm here in the shadows.
And it's just been a while since I've seen ByuN do this. It's been like maybe a couple of months. Like ByuN, he used to do this like maybe once a series, maybe like once a week sort of thing. Just sprinkle it in every now and then. Maybe some series relying on it more than others. But I'd say it's been a while. I appreciate it. That's building up his bio army. Working towards Stim. Again, like, especially in current meta where, like, we see so many 2-base all-ins from Terran players, like, seeing just a 5/3 CC like this is a breath of fresh air. Meanwhile, Creator, he is going to commit. Remember, no tanks. That's, again, the downside of this build here is that there are no tanks to defend, has to rely on bunkers, Creator pushing in. Remember, ByuN has been very greedy here. Boys are being pulled. Boys are being pulled, so the bunker is saved. And that does not shade in. But Creator, upon seeing the army, he knows. Yeah, he should know. Blinks forward, he does not get the bunker. He does survive. Oh, that got in. And it looks like he will focus. He will, no, never mind. Oh my god, he commits so hard there. The bunker does survive. Whew, clutch repairs from ByuN. We see once again ByuN, he's in position here in the main. Get supply block. Does get supply blocked. And Creator backs off. He backs off. Prism towards the main base, Stalkers towards the natural, and back at home he is taking the base on the way. Gateway explosion as well, and starts up charge. So ByuN, he survived. He does survive. Creator, he now sees the third base, and I would say that ByuN now takes a lead. ByuN, he was vulnerable, and we spoke about how he had to be punished here and now before he gets his third base, and before he gets up and running, but I will say that ByuN, he successfully defended, didn't lose any SCVs, didn't lose any economy, and ByuN can soon expand. It will soon break out. Right now, the pressure is still on Creator to contain, and he's moving out. He's trying to. There's a salvage. As ByuN, he's about to get surrounded though. So he's aiming from behind. Zealots are cleaned up. We have more Zealots on the way. Takes down the Prism. But ByuN, he needs reinforcements. Gotta be forced back. He gets cleaned up. The third base is gonna be denied. Better fight for Creator. ByuN, he was fighting with only part of his army. And can he get a kill? No shot. Oh, he's going for it. He gets it. Kills the CC. Recalls back home. And nice pick up here by Creator. Shuts down the CC. ByuN, he's in trouble. Remember, the entire purpose of the build was to get a fast third base. And it's gone. It's no longer there. Ay, ay, ay. He pulls away and gets a fourth. And ByuN, I would say he's 2-base all in, but he does get a third CC. The Observer does spot this. Creator, he knows he's safe. He sees a third base, so he knows, okay, I can safely get a fourth base. I can get a second forge. I can work on more upgrades. I can take my gases. I can get a second robo. Creator should be feeling safe here. ByuN moving out. Does go for the Doom Drop. Oh god! Great trade for him. Yeah, there we go. Tells shut everything down. GG gets called, catching every single medevac, and with that Creator, he will shut down the Doom Drop, and he will claim the game and claim the series. GG. Whew, oh my god. GG, well played again. Creator with a very strong showing here to be able to punish the greed of ByuN. As we did mention, the whole purpose of the build from ByuN was to get his third base up and running, and he tried to, and he failed to. As we saw, the third base was shut down, was killed, was sniped. Up until that moment, I think it was in a decent position. Like, you remember, he defended well. He defended well earlier, defending his natural, getting his third base, but everything very quickly fell apart, and ByuN was forced all in. He was forced into the all-in, forced to commit across the map, and he lost everything in the process. GG, well played. With that, Creator will claim it, and we'll see how the series continues, by the way, because from my understanding, Kanoya did let them, or I say that he let them, the players also agreed to play at all 5 games. To play at all 5 games here. So we still have at least two more ahead of us, or yeah, 2 more games ahead of us in regards to Special 5. Creator, he will win the show match, but we get to feature some of these other maps in the map pool as well. Oh boy. We'll see if ByuN can redeem himself. We'll see if he can try to bounce back. Again, what I will say is that I'm a little bit surprised by how, do I want to say passive? How economic. Like, remember, the openers, we pointed out, every single game, economic opener out of ByuN, even more so in Incorporeal, which I appreciate. Like, Incorporeal, it makes sense. But, yeah, just much more passive games, I will say, from our Terran player. And we'll see if that passivity continues. As spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Maganatha, we have the red Terran player. We have the South Korean Terran representing Shopify. It is ByuN. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the South Korean Protoss, the blue Protoss representing Kanoya Esports. It is a Creator. And every game in the series, ByuN has gone for a racked expanse, so we'll see if that continues here, coming into the largest map in the map pool. Would make sense, is what I will say. Just because of the map itself. Oh, never mind. Let's go. Never mind. Double gas. Double gas opening here out of ByuN. Double gas for the first time this series. Yeah, now we go double gas. Now we on Maganatha of all maps. Larger map in the map pool. Creator moves out with the probe scouts. His scouts, might be denied. We'll see if ByuN's able to wall up. Or if he even chooses to. If he even does choose to. Creator breaking in. Yep, there we go. Full wall. No. I mean, you can see he's trying to bait him forward to lock him in. I mean, Creator can always recall. There we go. Factory's on the way. Creator backs off. Does not get baited into the main. When I say baited, if he goes in, then we close the door. We close the door, and then we can ideally secure a kill on the probe. Creator, he retreats. Creator does pull away. Behind this Reaper into Reactor. This can go into Reactor Reaper Hellion. True. We'll see if that's going to be the case here for ByuN. Likewise, you can go into Reactor Marine, into a faster Tech Lab instead, into faster Cyclones, or even faster tank production. ByuN has options. Yeah, it does have options. Yep, there we go. Tech Lab's on the way. It's going to be Reactor Marine. So with this faster Cyclone, and where is the Starport, by the way? Starport should begin soon. There's a Cyclone. Reaper gets shut down. Starbot's going to be on the way. And from here, we can go into a Cyclone drop with a Medevac, or we can even go for an add-on swap into Banshee, or into Raven, I suppose. We don't often see players prioritize and fixate on rushing into a Raven. I guess possible. Oh, hello. That's going to be Cyclone, not into an add-on swap, into fast tank production. Okay. ByuN setting it for early tanks into early tank drop. Likewise, Creator throws down 2 more gateways, going 3-gate blink, 3-gate blink, Robo on 2 bases into a delayed third. So very safe play here by Creator. Very safe play. ByuN pulls back. Oh, okay. Tank into Cloak Banshee. That I was not expecting. I was expecting a second tank to push out across the map and to just send it. But no, instead, ByuN, I mean, he is pushing, don't get me wrong, but only with a single tank. Cloak Banshee on the way. Remember, we had a Robo on 2 bases, gases on 2 bases as well before. This is a very late third, which is going to be beneficial for Creator. Like, this is just really safe play at a Creator. 2 base, 4 gases. But no shield battery. Uh-oh. I will say that. No shield battery. Stalker's out of position. Army has arrived. Yeah, Creator who's getting ready for a drop into the main. He was not expecting this. The gateways are under fire. And Creator, he will clean this up, but not without losing a gateway. Gateway goes down. Boys are being pulled. Dives on the tank. Oh, it does bleed out a couple of Stalkers. Creator, he does defend. At a cost. In total, does lose 3 Stalkers in the gateway. Observers on the way. Remember, because of the Robo, there is detection. Banshee towards the main. Creator out of position. This Banshee can wreak havoc. Creator, he has the tools to defend, but he's not quite in position. So Banshee does hit the main. Probe's going to be going down. Not bad. 2 probe kills. Getting to 3, 4, maybe 5 probes in total. Can we get 6? Oh, not quite. 5. 5 probes go down. Creator gets into the main. Nice control. Picks up a couple of Marines. Creator defends. And now the dust does settle. And where exactly are we? I see a hidden eBay here behind the natural. Interesting. ByuN, he might throw down 2 more Raxes behind this and turn this into a 2-base all-in. We'll keep an eye on the Raxes. Stalkers will go back into the main. Going for the add-ons. Nice snipe. Denies the reactor. Reactor is denied. Now, the one thing you could definitely argue here is that Creator's third base is late. It was intentionally a delayed third, but even then it was still far later as well. Like, after the initial defense, we should have expanded, so there's a big delay here on the economy of Creator. So he doesn't have the lead that he otherwise should have after defending. Here we go. Gets a couple of SCVs. 3 SCV kills. Like this Creator, he defends back at home. And ByuN is expanding. Got it. ByuN, he could have turned this into an all-in with 2 more Maxes, but no, he's going to expand, getting another CC. Is building up into a longer game. And she gets 4 more probe kills, not bad. I believe that's 9 in total. So 9 probes for 2 Banshees. Not the worst trade here for ByuN. Players are building up. ByuN moving out with the double drop. ByuN sims in. Drop is denied. So Creator is keeping up. He's aware of the army move out. He's keeping up with the drop. Creator so far is all over this. The one concern is lack of splash damage. He does have to rely on purely Storm. There's 4 Templar in that prism. Sharking around. He's ready for the drop. He just collapses in. Decent Storm's on the line. Oh my god, my shot does connect. But Storms are brutal here. Breaks through the tank line. Last of Bio Army still standing strong. Storm's a mainly zone away. Better connection. Yeah, better Storm. Better Storm suit towards the end. Zealous they overwhelm, and Creator, he's breaking through. He breaks through, takes down 10 SCVs, takes down another tank. And ByuN, the third base is denied. At the same time, drop here into the middle line, force a recall. Oh, doesn't recall much actually. There goes the Archon. Force the warp in. Creator racing back. He's gonna lose the mineral line. 7 probe kills. Again, the recall was misplaced. Did not recall enough. And ByuN, not bad. Gets 7 probes, takes down the Stalker. From here, the Metamax will get away. Just the Metamax. And ByuN is still in this. Still in this. He thankfully saved the expansion. Did catch fire, but saves the base. He's holding on. Ghosts are bouncing up as well. And again, that push from Creator was designed to kill. It was meant to kill. It almost did. Almost did straight up kill ByuN. But ByuN now he has a worker lead. He has a worker advantage. Creator, he's not making probes. Forcing himself all in. He's down to only 2 High Templar. He has to make them count. Yeah, he's just all in. And Creator commits. Nice EMP here on those Zealots. So we get a zoning Storm. There's 1 Storm left. We get a decent connection. No more Storms. Still better angle here for Creator. Boys are being pulled. And ByuN, can he hold on? Takes down the Archons. Yeah, 2 Archons go down. Still so close. And with that, Creator looks like he might barely have enough. We need more warp-ins. It's so close here. Again, there's still no more Storms. Zealots go down, and ByuN holds. Yeah, ByuN, he holds. He shuts down the army. GG gets called, and ByuN, he will fight back. Whew, GG. Yeah, very close, very tense game here. Again, Creator, he was popping up. He was able to shut down ByuN, able to counterattack, able to hit the third base, but he wasn't in position back at home to defend against a double drop. And again, the recall was a little bit awkward as well. He only recalled 3 units. It was the Archon, a Stalker, and like a Zealot or a Sentry. Like it was not enough to defend back at home. That GG. GG, well played. And hey, for the first time, double gas, right? Out of ByuN. Double gas opener. Now we're getting into our next game, getting into game number 5. Loading into Ultra Love. And we'll see if ByuN goes for another aggressive opener. We'll see. As spawning in the bottom left corner of Ultra Love, we have our South Korean Terran player. We have the Red Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. And spawning in the top right corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the Blue Protoss representing Alcadia Esports. It is a Creator. We go. Okay. As ByuN was able to bring it back at least in some way there. And again, Creator, he just had a really rough defense, or really rough reaction, I should say, to the drop across the map. Was far too much, and again, he forced himself into the all-in. He chose not to make any workers, didn't try to resaturate, just committed then and there. find ourselves on Ultra Love. As this time, single gas. Okay, we're winding it back here. Economic opener out of ByuN, going for a Rax Expand. Which I find interesting here on Ultra Love. Ultra Love is known for 2-base all-ins. But not at ByuN, not here. From here, Creator just being as annoying as possible. He will delay the CC by a couple of seconds. I was almost like 500 mineral CC out of ByuN. So Creator does delay. Meanwhile, a big shout out to oh god. Agondonter, sirs. In my brain, I was singing Donator. Agondonter in the chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing to Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoy the content. Hope you enjoy the casting. Hope you enjoy the StarCraft. Thank you. Thank you so much for subscribing for the first time. We do appreciate it. We do appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. As we are catching up on some Kanoya Showmatches here tonight. Again, with our best of 5. So far, Creator having a cheeky start here, able to delay. Also, I did see Miro freaking out of the chat. Tasia played in SE Evo. Yes, he did play in StarCraft Evolution over the weekend. Again, we're going to be casting StarCraft Evolution 14 later on tonight. Going to be casting it later on tonight. That'll be in around 9 hours. In around 9 hours time. Oh, yes, the emotes. Aha, yes. Enjoy the emotes in the chat. Enjoy, Pappy, enjoy. You can go to bed, you can be a DGen as well. Likewise, we also provide replay packs to our subscribers. So if you happen to join our Discord server, then there is a channel there that you gain access to with replay packs. As a heads up. So if you wish to watch some of these games yourselves, cast them yourselves, or even learn from them, then you can do so. Behind this extra gateway is being thrown down, as it is going to be a safer opener, 3-gate blink out of Creator. And we have ByuN going for earlier tank production. Okay. I mean, economic opener in towards tanks. Tech lab on the factory, tech lab also on the starport. Did not go Medivac, so we're going Banshee. I would assume so. So ByuN is really fond of this build where we go, never mind, Medivac, where we go for a stimulus push, but I don't know if we really have what it takes to pull that off. Yo, shout out to Miro in the chat. Thank you. Este Miro. Do we get them even through Twitch Prime? Yes. Twitch Prime, and it's I believe it's just treated like a regular subscription. I believe. Regular sub. Gracias, Miro, gracias. Este Miro. As is that we only share replays of tournaments that we have permission to share, so we don't share replays from like Wardy's tournaments or KSL, but we do share replays of Pegasus Cup, of Sparkling Tuna Cup, of StarCraft Evolution, of Kung Fu Cup. So there's a list of tournaments that we are able to share. Oh, here you are. We're rotating out. I would just see ByuN just sneaking up on the expansion, and again, he does go for a stimulus push, and he will force a cancel. Yeah, brutal position here for ByuN. Well, I guess for Creator. As Creator, he can't really engage. Cannot move in. Base is denied. Massive pickoff. And he's not stopping. ByuN is going to keep pushing. Going further in. And even if he loses this army, I mean, it's already paid for itself. You already killed the expansion. And Stalkers, oh god, this is not worth it here. Brutal connections. Does get punished. Stalkers go down. ByuN maintains his position, and that was just not worth it here for Creator. Ay. Again, just a very ByuN move out here. Stimless, no stim, just Vanilla Marines, 2 tanks. Cancels the third, that was almost done. Punishes the Stalkers, and ByuN takes a lead. Here he does take a lead. Raven has into the main. Gateway's gonna go down. And eventually Creator will clean this up, but again, he lost so much in the process. Oh, bleeding out even more Stalkers. Oh god. The Sentry as well. The value, the value. Getting how many? Getting 6 Stalkers, getting a Sentry, the expansion of course, getting a 7th Stalker towards the end. And with that, ByuN, he does take an economic lead. Third CC is on the way, getting to stim, +1, combat shields, building his own bio army. The pressure is on Creator to do some kind of counter damage, but ByuN, he's looking secure. There's no bunker, which is the one concern here. There's no bunker. But he has high ground anyway. Yeah, he does have the high ground. Creator, he does not find a way in. That Creator getting to a gateway explosion. I mean, Creator is behind, but he does still have potential. As he's trying to get into a gateway army. ByuN breaks out. Oh. Pulling back those Stalkers. And Creator just cannot fight this head on. No, yes, he needs more time. He needs more Warpins, more Zealots. Mining is denied. 4 more probes go down. ByuN still just having the greater economy here. And soon we'll take his 3rd base and we'll take a lead. Best of 5 creators won 3. Yes. They agreed to play at all 5 games. Agreed to play them out. So Creator did pop off initially. I would say did punish the passivity of ByuN. Like, ByuN was very economic and very passive in the first 3 games. And here, like, finally, like, he's... Oh, I mean, last game we saw double gas opener. Here as well, like, an early push out of ByuN. Has been a lot more aggressive. The maps, they play their part in it, but I mean, even then, double gas on Maganatha, I mean, I feel like that shouldn't have worked as well as it did. That was partly because of Creator. I do recommend the VODs. I recommend checking out the previous games. Maganatha was a turning point. Nice force fields. Catching out a couple Marines, a couple Marauders, not bad. Nice catch there from Creator. But again, ByuN still has a greater economy. Again, 70 SCVs. Get into his gases. Ghost Academy's on the way. Armory as well. Like, ByuN still is ahead. And Creator is still trying to recover. How do we? Zealot run by, Zealot drop, Prism harass. Otherwise, catching out ByuN trying to be active with draw play himself. Storms, Novas. There are ways to recover from a supply deficits, but not gonna be easy. Not gonna be easy for Creator. ByuN does rotate. Heads towards the 3rd, the 4th even. From here, the Colossus does get a lot of value. A lot of Marines do go down. Oh my god. Better trade here for Creator. Nice control. Takes down the mines. But again, Creator, he needs more of that. He needs more of these engagements where his Colossus can just go to town. Viking production has now begun here for ByuN. Building up his Vikings. Also on patrol to make sure no Prism gets into the main. Zealots, they get a handful of SCVs. workers. Creator is still in this game. Again, ByuN is the first to max, true, but Creator, he's catching up. Slowly catching up. Second robo, double disruptor production. Oh god, that's a lot of ghosts. that's a lot of ghosts, that's a lot of Vikings. Disruptors, we need them now. So far, there's only 2. Only 2 disruptors. Johnny rotates over. Never goes off. Oh! Very nice. Nice connection. Takes down 3 ghosts. 3 ghosts go down. Strong start here for Creator. Okay, we need 1 more. We need another Nova. ByuN, after he takes an over to the face, he backs the hell off. He's like, hey, you know what? I'm good. I'll just calm down. Creator going for the Stargate. Ooh, bold move. Headed towards Sky Toss. He's thinking about a Fleet Beacon, about Tempest. Rotating over. Does rotate towards the top side. Ooh, that's a kill! Ah, that's a kill, not a cancel. Ay, ay, ay. Not like this. Not like this. Johnny does keep up the run by. Does shut it down. Likewise, rotating through the center. Fleet Beam's on the way again. Creator is working towards that Skytoss army, but he still needs more time. And ByuN is being active. He's being active, pushing towards the 4th. The 5th even. There he goes up. Does not connect. Yeah, he does collapse in. Takes down 1, 2 disruptors. Takes down the Colossus as well. Creator caught with his pants down. Again, Creator Hill's working towards that Skytoss. He need a little bit more time. He's losing too much. Losing far too much. He's rotating over. Rest of the army was out of position. He will split. He will split between his bases. Ooh. Sorry, it goes down. And as Creator responds to this army, back across the map, he's going to be denied. Once again, he just cannot expand. Does get a ghost. There's a cancellation. Creator here responds with the Stalkers. Tempest are on the way. Okay, he holds. Like Creator, he holds, he survives. He's not thriving. Like Creator, his base kind of still a little bit on the lower side. Ideally, he does want another expansion. Creator's buying up time for the Tempest. And for the Mothership. He does push forward. Getting to his own Liberators. Liberation soon to arrive. Here's zoning away. Vikings, they just bully back the Colossus and the Vikings, and the Tempest. And Tempest goes down, Colossus as well, brutal pickoffs. And ByuN, he stabs in, and once again, there's not enough Novas, not enough Disruptors. Just bullies his way forward, takes down the Colossus. And ByuN should have enough here. Oof, the Nova barely doesn't connect either. And Creator, he almost recovered in this game, he almost bounced back. He just wanted his Sky Toss back. Just wanted his Tempest. As it's still a pretty close fight here, but alas, there's nothing left. There's nothing left on the ground. The Gateway Army crumbles. The one Tempest going ham. But ByuN, he breaks through. He breaks through, gets into the mineral line, takes out every probe. And Creator, who was already struggling to expand. Oh, TT counterattack. Got 3 SCVs. 3 SCVs. And only 3. From here, ByuN does get away. Does pull out. He's got +3 ship weapons on the way as well. Jesus. Getting another CC, double expanding, getting a 5th and a 6th. And again, Creator, he attempted to take up, he attempted to get into Sky Toss, he was denied that just before he built up. I mean, we spoke about this yesterday and the day before that in regards to Stray's play, where it is not easy switching into Sky Toss. Like, you are vulnerable as you're making that transition just because it takes so long to make your Tempest, so long to actually free up supply for the Tempest as well. This is something that Estrella has excelled at, and not the easiest to replicate. Also takes a lot of patience, of course, as well. True, true. Nice catch. Creator. Does catch out a good amount of ByuN, not bad. For now, he's just abandoned making Tempest. He's just going back into robot production. Colossus, more disruptors. Creator, he does have a standing army. Coming in from behind, coming in for the surround. ByuN forced to back up. Ghost does fall. Not bad. Takes down the Ghost. Likewise, another Ghost goes down as well. Creator backs off. Did take some EMPs to the face. But Creator, he's bouncing back in this game. He's remaxed. Oh my god. Creator, calm down. Again, ByuN had momentum, took some rough engagements. Creator pushing in, takes down the Vikings, Nova goes off, just runs away. I mean, hey, he did lose the expansion, but he's rebuilding, re-expanding, double expanding even. He finally got a 6th base, true. He was fighting for it for so long. That's the Creator. Moving in. Waiting for those Novas. Oh. It's going up once again. Major connections. ByuN needs to build back up. Gee, he's making 6 liberators at a time. That's a lot of liberation. That's a lot of freedom. It's a lot of freedom. He's being zoned away though. Yeah, there's 3 more Novas. And they should be popping off. Diving on the Liberators. Nova does. Oh! Zone away once again. There's 2 Novas left. ByuN is caught out of position. Waiting for that final Nova. Ooh, yeah, Nova doesn't quite connect here. Creator has to get out of here. Has to pull away. A bit of an awkward retreat. Very awkward setup here. Forced to engage. Colossus goes down. A bit of a messy fight. And he will lose every Colossus. Yeah, the terrain there was messing him up. I was talking about his awkward retreat. Basically, he kept trying to rotate to the left to go through this choke point, but it was walled off. So he was just like going back and forth here between this area. I had a really hard time retreating. And with that, ByuN takes the fight. Again, that shouldn't have happened. But ByuN does take it. Creator's in trouble. Oh, he's going back into Carrier Tempest. I feel now is not the time. now is not the time. No one you're up against the wall like this. ByuN breaks out, pushing towards the 5th. Sorry, towards the 6th. We'll get it. Yeah, the base goes down. Creator, he rallies into the army. Does trade a base for a base. Does get the expansion. We're getting messy. Oof. He will lose the mineral line though. ByuN, he races back home. Creator trying to take the fight. Cashing out some medevacs, not bad. ByuN pushing in, gets a free Colossus. Creator. Ooh, no, it doesn't connect. That's it. It does not connect. And ByuN's holding. ByuN, he's barely holding on back at home. He's holding. He's surviving. ByuN, he has another planetary, another base, which so far is unscouted. West catching out a couple of liberators. Tempest going ham. Decent Nova. Nova goes off and takes out every single liberator. Ooh, bleeds out some stalkers though. And once again, a bit of a messy engagement there from Creator. Does bleed out stalkers. Pushing further into the natural. This time less certain of. He's going further in. But he's about to get surrounded. Army comes over behind. Creator, you cannot fight this. Not like this. Not like this. Tries to break out. Trade's okay, but he's gonna lose everything here. Yeah, the Tempest goes down. The carrier and the mothership as well. Expensive losses for Creator. Down to just stalkers. GG gets called, and ByuN does fight back, does take down Creator in a very intense game on Ultra Love. GG. Ay. GG, well played. Initially, ByuN, I mean, he had a crazy move out earlier when it came to his... I mean, it all began with ByuN taking a lead. He was able to break the third base, able to cripple the economy. But, impressively, Creator, he bounced back. He was able to turtle, able to recover. I do think that him trying to rush into Skytoss did kill him more, or did hurt him more than help him. We saw that he was trying to work towards some Tempest, trying to work towards some carriers multiple times in that series. But again, like, it's, as we mentioned at the time, it is difficult to kind of make that transition, especially if you don't have map control. And Creator didn't. He didn't have that control. He was pinned back, trying to get into Tempest and carrier, and it feels like every time he tried to, he was punished very hard for that. With that GG, well played. Creator, he will still take the series. ByuN having more success with these more aggressive builds, but alas, in the end, Creator, he was able to bring it back, able to, of course, excel early on and take the series. GG, well played. With that, congratulations. Creator does claim it. But again, interesting style here, and again, Creator, he was trying to get away with maybe a little bit too much there on Ultra Love. It's not easy being a Straya, baby. It's not easy. GG, well played. And with that, we're getting into our next game. We're going to be getting into ByuN versus, or into our next series, into our next show match. Now, for those that are curious, for those who are maybe tuning in a little bit later, Kanoya is a French caster. Kanoya is a French caster, good friend of the channel. Did recently start casting more regularly. I want to say a couple of months ago, this year, basically this year, he started casting more regularly, in French, of course, and has recently been joining some of our events, and has reached out and has allowed us to cast some of Kanoya's events as well, regarding the K-Cup. And on top of that, some show matches. Kanoya did host some show matches, best of 5 between ByuN and Creator, also a best of 5 as you can see here between ByuN and Special Juanito. So Special versus ByuN coming up next, and we also have Special versus Solar as well. So 3 show matches, 3 best of 5s we have ready for you. Let's go. Let us go.